Doc is simply not a nickname.
Yeah, I'm an emergency physician, so I see all comers, and from the day they come in to the day they go out, and everything in between. I'll do emergency surgery just within the scope of my practice of emergency medicine.
The answer is yes.
You'll find Doc Stewart practicing medicine at Mayo Clinic Hospital in Scottsdale. His rotating schedule is defined, so he's been able to balance his life's passions of medicine and music.
It's not that hard. I'm pretty good about saying no and saying yes. I've been through it where I'll do a gig until 2 in the morning and then I got to be here at work at 6 in the morning. I don't do that anymore. Yeah, I won't do that. So I keep the balance.
He performs at festivals and occasionally at some local venues. Though he plays both flute and clarinet, his instrument of choice is alto sax, which as a kid he selected almost by default.
But the reason I chose alto sax is that everybody else in the family was playing other instruments. That was the only one nobody was playing, so that's why I chose it.
Two jazz greats served as inspiration for an aspiring musician.
Charlie Parker has always been absolutely my favorite. There's no question about it, and that's who I first studied. And then somewhere along the line of I think it was my nephew or something like that, introduced Cannonball Adderley to me. And when I heard that first Cannonball Adderley album, I was just knocked out.
So much so, Doc Stewart took on the daunting task of creating a 21-volume transcription library of Cannonball solos and producing a well-received CD.
I wanted to do a tribute, and so 50 years after his debut at the Cafe Bohemia in New York, I did a recording session which took one of his CDs and I just redid a lot of the songs that he did. And his last CD was called The Phoenix, and I did one called Phoenix because I here in Phoenix, and so I thought it would actually work really well.
The pairing of music and medicine has proven to be a perfect fit for Chris Doc Stewart.
The music's in my blood. There's no question about that. I've mentioned before, though, the similarities between music or jazz, actually, and emergency medicine. There's quite a lot of similarities, and you have a basic structure when you enter into the beginning. When I start a tune, I got my basic structure, what I'm going to do. I've got some training, all that sort of thing. Same thing with emergency medicine. You don't always know what to expect, and you have to respond and improvise to what's going on around you. So it's kind of a cool thing.
Now think about this. Doc Stewart has had no formal music training.